Welcome back to Captain of Industry. My name is Nilas, and we are continuing on this glorious journey of colonizing this little island of ours. And thank you very much, all of you who have commented on random videos and come into my live streams and said, "Oh, please don't give up on Captain Industry." Thank you very much for that encouragement. It's nice to see that there are some people who still want this to keep going, even though we're sort of reaching into the mid to late game. And well, let's guess we're getting into the late game soon. So that's very much appreciated, and I will continue as long as there is an interest. I am also streaming this on Twitch, and that's on Twitch TV/Nilas, and it's actually on Mondays. So check it out and come by at 8 p.m. Central European time. Right, what are we going to do today? Well, we're going to be doing two things. I have, at the end of the last episode, we did get some electronics, and they've been chugging along. We've also got mainly these electronics. We got the electronics too. We got those from our pirate ship, well, our pirate hunting ship. I have upgraded to the next research lab and regretted it instantly because that means maintenance too. So we are not going to get any more research anytime soon. What I've also done is add the purple science, and then realize that as this purple science, purple construction parts, is actually taking two of these, like all the other things, except that not so much the electronics here is a problem, but the fact that we're now using a lot of construction parts means that we are chucking through all of our steel, like a lot of the steel. And we just cannot keep up. So what I'm also seeing is that we don't really need a lot of coal here, or of iron anymore, but we need a lot of steel. So we need to up our steel production, because you can see here we're using a lot of Unity. And I also want to do something about pollution. So we're going to start by taking a look at pollution, because that's something we want to fix first. So water pollution, air pollution, vehicle pollution, and landfill pollution. There's a lot of things. I'm not going to do with all of them. We can take a look at water pollution, and then we're going to take something that is probably the most polluting part of our factory. That is this part here. The blast furnaces for steel and iron, because they're running all the time and they're creating a lot of exhaust. So if we can also do that and turn that into CO2, then it's at least a little bit better, and it prepares us for the late game when we can actually recycle CO2 into graphite. So the first thing I do is a little bit silly actually, because of what I'm doing is I'm just making a space here with just taking the water around in a big loop so that I can actually build something like this again. And then because I had the water running next to it, so I couldn't really have this sort of tag on. So what we want to do, what we are doing now, if we look at this, we can look at the water pollution is 15. That's absolutely atrocious, and that's exclusively because of this awfulness. We are now consuming, at this moment in time, we're producing 112 nasty pollutions per minute. That is not good, and we're just pouring it straight into the ocean. That is no good. So what are we going to do instead? Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be making sure that we get a different kind of water inbound. And oops, copy, and then I'm just there. I think that's 1 and 3. I love the fact that they can be pitted on top of each other. That is actually not 3. Okay, so that's 0, 1, 2, 3. That's 3. Right. What we're going to do is we are going to get this part out. So the first thing we want to do is actually look at the wastewater treatment plant here. That one. And we're going to get 2 of those, because we are not going to design this and then realize that, oops, we needed it actually in larger quantities. So that's this is the first one we want to get. And let's see. So the thing is, we want to make sure that we get this out here. Let's see, how many spaces do we have here? That's 1, 2, 3. So it's actually too much right now. There, and then I do 1, 2, 1, 2. Why do I do it like this? Because each of these can, they are ground level, right? Yes, they are. Let's keep it at ground level. I don't have better pipes, and I might need to get it faster. So we'll do this, and we'll just not build both of them. So let's have a look at this. We are not having filter mediums, so we're going to do the sand part. It gets a little bit less recycling. Oh, look at that. That gets... Oh, right, that's a completely different one. Okay, here, sand. So we can take wastewater and sand and chlorine. We get chlorine in. Chlorine, we got that. And sand, we got it. And yeah, we got everything. Okay, cool. So the one solid thing we have is the sand one. So we're going to take that out on a belt from, I don't know, there, right? And then that's going to be at ground level, so that's easy. Next one, we're going to get the sulfur. I'm going to take it in here because I'm going to get it over from that location. So we're going to get the sulfur inbound. We'll just get it on a small box. Let's make it there. And this is very low quantity, yes. So we can just take a normal pipe, and that goes to level 1. And press R so it doesn't connect. And good, so that's connected. Now water is by far the most difficult one to deal with, because what we have now is we have water recycled here. This must be used first. Then we have water coming in from this side, which will come from waste or from water collection, so that has to be priority as well. And then I have this one which is coming from the thermal desalination, which will just be like infinite, but that will be lowest priority. So what I need to do is I want to make a box right here. Right there. Methinks. There. Yes. Whew. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's definitely needs to be a faster belt. Faster belt. Here. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to be inbound. So you come in, you fill up a box, and that box goes into something like this. Yeah. That goes into the lower one. Doesn't it? Yeah, it does. And then that goes in here and here. All good? Yep. Right. The other water is this one. So this goes up 3 levels. There. And here. And then goes in on the top one. I think, trust me, I know what I'm doing. Then I'm going to go from the top one and into the bottom one. And then I'm also going to get the water from over here. Let me just get it on a different line. Here, this is like that. Right, so the first thing that happens is the main priority is the inbound coming from the recycled water. If this is not getting rid of it, then there's a problem. The second priority will then be coming in from the water collection. Then that goes in down here, which will then prioritize the stuff that's either recycled or rainwater collection, prioritize over the stuff that comes in from this buffer, and then it goes in on a high throughput in here. Actually, that high throughput might be a problem, because if I do those 2 lines, yeah, if I do 2 lines, then it will actually start drawing in on both lines, and it means it'll also use some of this. So I actually only want 1 line for now. All right, well that was good. Now what do we have now? We have some outbound, and that's some sludge. Yummy. So that sludge has to be dealt with. I guess that has to be level 1, and that means you have to go up to level 2. Good. You have to be level 1. Oh, right. That's even easier now because we can just use these. And let me see. That one. And that one. Great. Damn. Here. And then go out. Where does it go out? It goes out on this belt, I think. There. And the other one connects. So what do we do with the sludge? Sludge. That can be done in an anaerobic, and this is producing 24, potentially up to 30, up to 48. So I'm gonna need 3 of these. All right. Then how far can we build it in? Let's see. Oh, it goes down like this, and I'm gonna have to get some like that. 2 and 3. That's actually pretty good. And I'm gonna be flipping this. Perfect. And perfect. And perfect. And then I take that one out. Right, so now we have some... Yeah, some stuff that just needs to go in a box, and some other stuff that is there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the minimum we can do. This will be the gas, fuel gas, good. And then I'll get some storage of... Let's take that one at the same point. And then I also need... Here. That is the sand inbound. Perfect. Look at that. That's nice. Actually, I think these two could be done like that even. Right. Yeah. Right, so this will be compost, and I'll just get the compost out because we'll deal with that somewhere else. And alerts if full, and make sure that's a high priority because we don't want that one running full. This one will be sand inbound. There, alert if empty. And this one, and then it'll just be... Let's see, how much are we making? Not much. So let's just cheapen up here. That one. There. So that means we now have fuel gas that we want to get rid of. And notify full, yes. And I guess that's kind of it, isn't it? I think that's all of it. I think all of it is actually working now. Oh, this one has to be... Oh, right. I needed this as well. 1, 2. And... Squeeze it in here. And then press R. Oops. Why is it so difficult to... can I press R? No, R doesn't do the stuff I want it to do. There. And then it goes in. And then I press R again, and it connects. There. And I will do this as chlorine. Fill it up. 1 if empty. Good. I think we're good to go. And yeah. Just thinking, yeah, fuck it. Let's go. Ah, crap. All right, that's gonna take a little bit of time to get all of this built. I was getting a little bit too excited too early. There. Let's get this going. And so the last pieces are coming together, and we just need to see the deliveries coming in. So of course we're seeing low on sand. Oh, right, sand was delivered in here directly. Oh, that's fine. But we can see that this is working. If we look at this one, this is 116 generated at this point. And that actually means, should we be a little bit courageous? Let's just nuke this one. And yeah, I think we'll nuke this one. There we go. This one's not getting anything in. And now everything will go through this one and go through here. It needs some sand coming in, and that's just the construction parts for this one. The sand is the only thing that's missing coming in here. So once we get the sand, I think we should be good. Then we can rebuild this. I'm gonna take all of that out, and you know what? I'm just gonna go. Let's just go. There we go. This one is also empty, so let's take this out as well. Ah, man, I love taking stuff out that's the junk. And here, that's also that one out. Great. And off we go. And then I can now build from here and into... Nope. It has to definitely be a faster pipe. There we go. And we can always just take these and drag them back. But then let's see how it goes. So this is the highest priority water, the water coming back here. That means also in terms of how much water we need, it's actually quite low. We are recovering a lot of water from the settlement by just making them drink their own piss. Sorry, that's just how it is. Well, actually, no, actually, I'm using more water than I'm getting in. Yes. So yeah, well, actually, no, they are drinking recycled water. Oops. Well, that's fine. And we basically recover almost half of it. That's pretty good. And then we get this part, fuel gas, and we get some compost, and we get some sand, and it's all working. So now all we need to do is add a good usage for the fuel gas. What better use for our natural gas or for our fuel gas than to burn it in a glorious display of maintenance. So here we have our 4% reduction of maintenance because of this. They can also upgrade it to the gold statue. The gold statue is part of the Founders Edition. It doesn't do anything else. It's just golden. So pretty neat. But we have this one that's 4% reduction of maintenance. That's really good. I think it's actually worth building a few of those. So the first one gives 4% reduction. The next one gives 2%. The next one gives 1%. So you can get up to like 7% at the cost of 6 fuel gas, which I think is worth it. But let's see. I think that's a good deal. Now, that also means that if we look at our pollution now, then we have absolutely no water pollution because there's nothing getting poured into it. So let's move on and look at the next thing that's also both polluting and not doing enough. So this has to be replaced, and I'm actually going to replace it with up here because it's kind of close to this location. And also here we have the next iron, so that's going to be brought in and then brought into this location. It's also one of the few places that I actually have some idle space available, so that is going to be where we build. Now we do have some better ominous lightning, better blast furnaces, so that's going to be the first part that we're going to be looking at. They're going to be built in pairs somehow, like that and that. So that's going to be a pair of these. There will be a line out of slag. It's going to be busy, and each of these will produce a lot of, actually like this, a lot of exhaust, and we're going to be recycling all the exhaust here. So that is, we'll have one for iron, and then let's build the iron part. So this one is producing 48. So if we look at the blast furnace, the caster and metal caster, yes, metal caster 2, there's a metal caster 2. Great. So let's see, should we, yeah, we can actually do that in the middle. That one, and let's make sure that it only does that, and there, and then copy, and this will output 48 plus 48. And I actually, this was a little bit of a surprise for me that they actually work really well. These are actually 120, so this works brilliantly. So that's basically the setup for this part. And it's going to go into a big box because, oh, that's not a big box. That's a big box. It doesn't look like a big box, but it is the biggest of boxes. I'm going to take you and just get you aligned. Maybe we'll do it like this. And that goes in. Like this, I guess. There. And we then have some loose lifts. There and here, and that will go over. That's keeping out level 1, and then it's gonna go down and be just picked up somewhere here. Yep, and that will be slag. Empty, warning if full. It doesn't get much simpler than that. Okay. And the exhaust will get somewhere else. Now there's a mess out here with what we want to get in this location, but let's take one thing at a time. And that means I'm just gonna go like this. Yeah, that's the same distance, I guess. Anyway, now this is the steel, so let's figure out what the steel is like. This is still producing 48 outbound, so steel is there, the metallurgy. That goes into a metal caster 2? No. A oxygen furnace? Yes, oxygen furnace 2. Right, let's get one of those. That is, we can make that kind of close. Let's make it the same distance as the other one. Like 5 is a good distance. That goes straight in, sure. And that's 48 becomes 24, so I get 24 out. And then that goes into a cooled caster 2. That's here. And I guess we flip this maybe. Ooh. I'm gonna build it up here, and then I'm gonna take this up here, because then the whole thing is aligned. And I'm gonna have more exhaust here, and I'm gonna have 2 liquids inbound on this line. Ooh, that's a little bit much, isn't it? Well, it is kind of working. So let's do that and flip it there. And that gets us some steel outbound. That's 1 steel. And I'm gonna get here and here. And that's gonna go in and... What? Why? Oh, right, because it has to hit the top one. Yep, like that. And then from here. Okay. And let's get the... Let's just say we need more of these. Like that. I'm gonna build it like this because these are twice as fast as the other ones. The ones we have down here. This is 24 to 24. Oh, right, that's because it's boosted. Okay, so I'm actually, even though I built the same amount of machines, the machines are twice as fast. So that is good. Let's look at the inbounds now, because that gets more complicated, because we need the crushed ore, the limestone, and the coal. The coal is just coming straight in. And that's going to be like a distance of there. So this will be coal there, and that's not a warning, that's a warning if empty. The coal will be 1 up. And then loose lifts and that one. And then I'm gonna just go for the middle ones. Right, and then I'm gonna need a box or a splitter of this one. So somewhere in the middle of this, that's gonna be right here, I'm going to get inbounds. Yes, and these inbounds will be feeding 36 or 48. So 3 times 48 is definitely doable. So I'm going to get you in. Why did I build the top one first? Like that. Nope, I don't think they like the spaghetti like this. There. Gonna do the same thing on the other side. Good. Now, this will be either the crushed or it will be some recycled. And unfortunately, this is really far away from the recycling theft, but we'll keep it. Oh, I don't want a warning for this because I actually want it to be empty. And this will simply go... Let's just go... No, let's go like that. And that will be prioritized in. Now, what else am I going to get in? I'm going to get some limestone. So let's make another one with limestone in here. That will be limestone. This one I want to notify if empty. And I think that you actually want to... There. And then a lift here, and then lift it up. Yes. And copy. So that's the limestone in everywhere. Good. That's also good. Now the only thing we're missing is a crusher. I think the crushers are still over here, aren't they? Yes, the big crusher. There. I'm gonna build a big crusher like that, and another one because this is crushing 216, and that's 216. It's technically enough that with one of these, but I think I want one more because I want to be able to crush it quickly. And oh yeah, by the way, I know why. Oops, these belts have a capacity for 200, which means that even if this is producing 216, then I can only get it in here. There is a trick that you can do. You can do this, because there's an infinite capacity in these, so it'll go out like this, and then you can get more than 200. Oh. But we'll do this one, even though it's a little bit more. And that comes in from a nice, glorious box of... There. There. And I will then also need another box, ironically, to get here, because I know that I'm going to need that. Okay, first of all, let's get the recycling. This will be iron ore, because we're getting iron ore, sort of incidental iron ore out here. So we need to be able to put it in. And ideally, I'd want to put it into a split up or a bouncer, but we'll just do something like this. Oops, what? Yeah, that works fine. You can do that. So it'll be like 50-50 priority, but it should just be like incidental. Now, then the bigger issue is... Where the hell are those mining things? Okay, never mind. I will just take that one. And we're going to need 2 of these. Like that. And another one. No, actually, let's set it up correctly. So what are we going to get? We're going to get iron. We're going to get... Okay, I could have kept the other ones. And dirt. Those are the ones. And outbound-wise, I'm going to remove the... Okay, so you're going to be D and you're going to be C. Let's have a look. Yes, that's perfect. Yep. And... Yep. That one goes in. And then I'm going to copy. And... Because I think that at some point this is not going to be enough capacity. Plus, these have amazing capacity storage, so why not? And let's see. I am going to build... Here? Like this. Like that, and then that's the steel. Oh, mining destination. I did not see that coming. This. So this will be dirt that needs to be emptied. No, rock. Rock, empty. We've done this before. Notify full. This one is dirt. Empty. Notify if full. Good. And then I'm going to just do this one on the other side as well. There. That is a beautiful build, right? I think I like this. Now, what are we missing? We're missing a box for this part here. And I think I'll get... At this point here. Nope. That was not connected anyway. Yeah. Why is it? Oh, right. It's because I had the R button correct. That's fine. That's steel. Now we're going to need the oxygen. Let's see. The oxygen is needed as well. I think we can actually sneak in some oxygen separators here. And then just sneak it down between this location here. I think that's fine. Then I will also have a... Yeah, I need to get rid of the nitrogen as well. Right. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that I just need to get sorted. So now it's just all the stupid pipes. So let me just fix those. Now the piping is done, and I think I'll just start it right. But what I've done now is I have just let all of the pipes... Let's do that. I've let all of the pipes just go in here and get vented. But then that's where we come in with the recycling mindset. I love the recycling in this game. It's so good because it's actually just... it makes sense from the perspective of you really want to do it, because now, hey, I can get rid of some of my air pollution. Right now we don't have a lot of air pollution because probably not really working on a lot of stuff, but that's generally here. So this will be prioritized outbound here, so it goes into this scrubber. 180 is not enough if all of this is running, but I'm just gonna say that it's probably not all of it running at the same time. Then I am going to do another one of these, because there will be water and this will be steam. So steam can actually be recycled by attaching a cooling tower. This puts 24 out, so 24 becomes I don't know which one it is. It is the blue arrow steam. There we go. Low steam, and then that one can then go back in here. But I also need, yeah, and that's the other way around. So water comes in, but the recycled water is faster. This CO2 should then, oh, hold on, I need to make sure that, okay, this is going on level 1. Nope, that does not good. Level 1. And then press R so it doesn't connect. And press R so it connects. That means it stays at level 1 all the way. Then I am going to do you. As I'd like to move this one in, actually. But that would imply that I have to get that one out. Oh no, and that one out as well. And this one goes out. Not enough workers. That's not a surprise. Shoot. But that's because I need to retire some of the other stuff. Okay. Do I have some workers? Nope. I don't have any workers. And, well, they're getting here. So I'm gonna need to, hey, come join me. Come join me. We have unity. There we go. That's 30 more workers. That's something. It's not gonna last very long, but I'll also be sort of retiring some of this. I forgot to put these in here. Probably forgot it on this one as well. There we go. Right. And they'll probably have a lot of other things. All right, back to this one. Here, and not enough workers again. That it did not connect. There. Now, oh, come on. Connect. Do we have any idea which direction it is? Nope. It could be the wrong direction. Let's see. Okay, maybe I don't want all of this working right now. So let's just retire like half of all of it. There. All that gets retired. And is this back or forth? No idea. This will now be prioritized on that side. Yeah. And then you can go here. Yes, because that means my water. The water goes back to Shai Hulud if we don't use it. So, there and there. And this now has to be prioritized, the stuff that gets recycled water in. And I think this works. And the only thing missing is that I need a box for sulfur. Which just has to be... Oh, I don't like that. There. Okay, that seems like extraordinarily difficult to hit that location. There. And definitely not that speed. A normal belt is gonna have to do. And this one will then be sulfur. And I'm gonna make sure that it gets emptied. And I'm gonna make sure that it gets warmed if it's full, because I don't really want that. And then I'm gonna be making it a little bit high priority, because I know that I have other places that also want to get rid of this. So let's unity build this. Oh wow, I'm just shocked that it actually makes unity build for most of it. There's a little bit thing. Fluid storage has low on water. Yeah, that's understandable. I'll fix that in a little. I'll fix that now. There we go. Yes, they are kind of low, but maybe two of them can support it. That is just another kind of headache. Okay, so let's have a look at this. There's a 113 here, 150, 150, 113, and 38. I have a little sneaking suspicion that we do not have enough. At least we've locked off this one. And can I do a loan maybe? Let's do a loan of that. I mean, even if I put 200, I'll just do 350. It's a little bit disgusting to do that. But that should allow us to actually get this going. Oh yes, that's brilliant. There we go. And then all I need now is to have this. You're looking at... Oh, they are actually looking at that one. Those... Okay. So... Mining is mining some destination. Where are you going? Oh, right. That's just a random mining location here. And I am going to say... So this one is also filling up with iron. Oh, look at that. The iron is now going there. Yeah. I can also say this is... No. Which one is it? That one. You can now also go into these two here. There. Because I'm going to be digging out some iron, so let's also just throw it into these two. Water resources low, yep, we can gracefully ignore that. Let's just have a look and see if it works. The priority here is coming in if we get any iron scrap. And we now have a new iron build. Iron and steel build. All we need to do now is take this and drag it back onto the bus so that we can retire the old part. Now we're actually in a position where we have too much iron coming in and too much steel, which is super ironic. So I'm actually going to do this. Just set this one up to be not mining anything of use because I'm just generating too much iron coming in. This one has no area. Excavator struggling. They are just struggling to get in here. This is a little bit annoying, but that's kind of just one of those things that they're just always struggling to figure out how to get in there. That's weird and strange. Low supply of wood, don't care. Ore support blocked, yes, because it's blocked because of iron ore. And the iron ore is going into this one. But as we are seeing, it's kind of full. And our steel facility is full, our iron facility is full. They go out in a bus. The bus is going down here. This is glorious. And it goes in, and then I am right now here supplementing it both with the iron and copper from the existing build until it runs out. And now we can now start removing all of this. And actually the sad thing that we have to remove here is this part. This is a little bit unfortunate that we now have to get this by truck instead. There we go. But that will take this belt out because I'm not going to get this. This one needs to stop working completely. And then all of these need to just gradually empty so that nothing else comes into these. And then once that happens, then we can retire all of this. We can just delete it, but now it's on the bus and things are looking good. Look at this. We also put a little bit more emphasis on the, so if I look at, there's also just a setup for lots of concrete to be blocking in all of these locations here. Actually, I think this one might be needing a little bit more in terms of going out. There, I think, is the defined location. There we go. So that will just get built eventually. So that is it. We're just going to look at it when it's all completed, I think. And then when we have this one removed, I'll just wait for this one to empty so we can see this empty space that we now have available. Look at this beautiful empty spot. This is, you can put a football field here, or you can put anything you want here. Also, just a little bit of boxing things in. I've put in the effort while waiting for all this to empty, just to make some nice concrete surroundings here. This one is still work in progress, but you know, it'll get built. It'll get built eventually. And then we just take stock of the situation. If we look at this part, This is almost done with picking up like incidental iron here. You can see there's a little bit of iron still being sort of sliding down, and the idea is that we're going to dig our way over to the gold, which is an ambitious project, but you know, with our will to putting our will to it and our little trucks, then it will definitely work. More power has been built, and we are now in a position where we need to make maintenance 2, which I dread because maintenance is awful. Oh, this it looks really nice, this one. I think it's a really good build. There's a little bit of corner that's missing, but I think we're looking really nice on this build, and we're ready for the next live stream where things will definitely go into more panic mode, and then it will be stabilized, and I can make a nice YouTube video where it looks like everything is under control. So thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you during the panic session for the next live stream, and otherwise another YouTube video is definitely coming up as long as there is an interest for it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your interest. If you want the save game, then that is available to Patreon supporters. And thank you very much for everyone who is supporting on Patreon. Until next time, take care. And as always, stay effective.